Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait, the earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built a wall. We built the pyramids. Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.
Hello and welcome to Science Saturday, our live science podcast. I'm Lily Devlin. Today we will be discussing the recent scientific discovery of the most Earth-like planet. With me today I have Professor Stephen Kane. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here.
Stephen is an astrophysicist from San Francisco State University. He will be telling us about the discovery and will be answering some of your questions at the end of the show. So phone in with your questions by calling 0800 696 243 or post them on our Twitter page. Find us on @ScienceSaturday. So Stephen, tell us about this discovery.
Yes, the rocky planet was unofficially named Kepler as it was discovered by the Kepler telescope, and it is the most Earth-like planet to be discovered. The planet is close to the size of Earth and has the potential to hold liquid water,
Which is, of course, essential for life. So where is this planet?
The planet is nestled in the Milky Way. It is part of a 5-planet system that orbits around a cool dwarf star. Of the 5 planets in the system, its orbit is the furthest out. Even though the planet is orbiting a star that is very different from our Sun, the planet itself, both in terms of size and the amount of energy it is receiving from its star, is the most similar planet to our Earth that we've yet discovered. Kepler is the smallest planet we've found so far that is in a habitable zone. It is estimated that Kepler is a little bigger than our planet, with a radius that is about 10% larger than ours, and because of its size, we believe it's a rocky planet.
That's really interesting. How do you know it's a rocky planet?
There seems to be a transition that occurs at about 1.5 times the Earth's radius, such as if the planet is larger, then it starts to develop a very substantial atmosphere, very similar to what we see in the gas giant planets in our own solar system. And so anything less than 1.5 is probably more like a rocky planet that we are familiar with.
We're going to answer some questions from our listeners now. So our first question is from Twitter follower @Holly247, who would like to know how accurate the Kepler telescope is.
Since its launch in 2009, the telescope has found nearly 1,000 new worlds, so I would say pretty accurate.
Wow, it's hard to believe they're all out there. Okay, our next question is from caller. Hello Ben,
Hello.
what's your question?
How far away is Kepler from planet Earth?
Kepler is 500 light years away from planet Earth.
Ah, okay, thanks.
No problem.
Thank you for that Ben. Our next question is from Sarah. Hello Sarah,
Hello.
what is your question for the professor?
You said the planet has the potential to hold water. How do you know this?
That's a good question. We believe that it has the potential to hold water because of its orbital path. Kepler doesn't journey too close to its star for the liquid to boil away, but it's not so far out that it would freeze. We call this region the habitable zone.
Okay, thank you Sarah. That's all the questions we have time for today. A huge thank you to Professor Stephen Kane for coming all this way to be on the show.
That's no problem. Thank you for having me.
Join us next week when we'll be discussing how to put a human on Mars. Don't miss it. Follow us on Twitter @ScienceSaturday for science facts and news 7 days a week. This is Science Saturday and I'm Lily Devlin.
Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait, the earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built a wall. We built the pyramids. Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.